there, that's going to show you what's going on from a top view. And then otherwise you guys will just see a front view this way. That way is probably going to give you better points of view for what we're doing. So every time you guys, huh? No. So every time you guys do a lab, you'll have a lab plan. Your lab plan comes with you to your kitchen when you're cooking. First person who's going to start dealing with the food is your ingredient manager. In your lab plan, you're going to have a list of tools that you're going to use to measure, and then something that tells you how you bring these items back to your kitchen. And it's really important that you put things into the right containers when you bring them back, because things get added to your recipes at different times. So for this particular recipe, you guys are going to have 2 different bowls that you bring your stuff back in. The first thing that you guys are going to measure is going to be 1 cup of sugar. And actually, okay, so it's my 1 cup dry that I'm using for my sugar. I don't have a spill tray bat on me, but I'm not going to measure over my bowl, because if I mess up, it'll be extra in my ingredients, and then my recipe won't be accurate. So then I'm going to level it by pulling it towards me and then away from me. 1 cup of sugar into my bowl. And then I need my butter. I need 4 tablespoons of butter. Every time when you guys are using butter, it's going to be cut into the amount you need already. It'll be ready to go for you. So then I just bring my butter, I dump it into this bowl as well. I need a 1/4 cup of milk. So for my milk, I have already been at eye level and measured this out and put it on a flat surface to make sure it's a 1/4 cup. And I'm going to put all of these into my small saucepan and begin to stir them with a spoon. You guys have a rubber spatula in with your equipment, so you're going to use the rubber spatula to scrape things out of your bowl. If you look at my mixture already, the sugar and milk are mixing together. I'm going to go ahead and finish stirring it up just a bit before I put it in the pan. So this is Executive Chef doing this. Yeah, that's the pan. If I am the kitchen steward, the person who's getting the ingredients, I'm going to send this back to my kitchen first so that my executive chef can begin on this part. So executive chef, that's who I am right now. I'm over here stirring this up. I do not stop stirring it the whole time it's cooking. I have it on medium heat right now. I need this to boil, but I don't want to have it too hot because then it'll burn. So I'm just keeping it on medium heat, and then once my butter's melted, I'm going to turn the temperature up just a little bit. And again, I'm stirring it the whole time, right? So that's what Executive Chef is doing. Meanwhile, back at the ingredient table, we have our kitchen steward getting the rest of our ingredients. So that's your second bowl. You need a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. So I have my 1/4 cup dry because this doesn't level itself off. It needs me to level it off. 1/4 cup dry. I'm going to pull it towards me. I'm going to push it in some of those spots where it looks like it's not all the way in. Okay. Peanut butter. You guys notice how it's stuck in there? Rubber spatula. And you want to try to make sure you get all of it out from the inside of there. Don't leave anything in there because that's all the amount you need for your recipe. I also need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Again, guys, you'll pour over your spill tray. Don't pour over your bowl in case you pour too much. See, I don't want to drop extra in my recipe. And I need 1.5 cups of oats. So I have my dry cup. And again, I need to level this off. So I'm going to pull it towards me and then away from me. Meanwhile, my executive chef is continuing to stir this. Butter's almost melted, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat up a little so I can get a boil. Now I need 1/2 cup of oats. Pull it towards me, push it away from me. As you guys dirty these dishes, send them to your sanitation manager. Sanitation manager, rinse them before you put them into your soap water, but wash them as they're dirtied. Every time one dish is used for measuring, send it back so it can get washed. Can you guys see the inside of this pan? That's a boil. It's big bubbles that come to the top and top. That means boiling. So I'm going to make sure it's stirred up. I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients, and I'm going to use my rubber spatula to scrape it all in. As soon as this is all combined, I'm going to turn it off. Turn the heat off after it's combined, not before. So I've got everything in there. I'm going to stir it up. My peanut butter slowly melting in. And it's evenly combined. I don't have any chunks left. So I'm going to turn it off. While I was measuring, my equipment manager should have been back in my kitchen getting my wax paper ready and laying it out on my countertop. These are no-bake cookies, so you guys are just going to do spoonfuls onto the wax paper and then let them cool for about 10 minutes, and then they're ready to eat. Do not mess with them while they're cooling. You're going to use the spoon that you were using for stirring, and you're just going to drop them by the spoonful onto your wax paper. Oh, man. All right, you can go ahead and turn it off.